if this starts working. Just gonna wait for things to come true. Alright, this is working. If you guys are getting a notification for the live stream, I'm just waiting for a little bit. Alright, hope you guys. Hi Amanda, thank you for tuning in. How are you doing? Nice to see you on the live stream. I see some more people coming in. Welcome. Alright, so I hope you all are doing well. Also for the people who watch this afterwards, I am going to start off today, of course, with a pick a card reading, just to check into these energies at the moment, because it's been quite intense so far this week. It's just very loaded energies, and I just wanted to do a live stream and just have some positive energy coming in for everybody. All right, I think it's all working. I hope the sound is working. Test 1 2. Let me see, I'm gonna use this deck. Alright, I'm going to prepare the pick a card reading for tonight, well, today. And after that, I will be available as usual for some personal readings if you need some extra guidance. Then all the information about that is in the description box. If you still have questions about it, please ask me in the chat. There's a little bit of stagnant energy going on, so I'm just gonna shuffle and I'm going to prepare this pick a card reading. Let's see what comes through. I hope you all are doing okay. As I already said, I'm gonna put it down a little bit so you guys can see the cards a bit better. Yes, like I said, this is it is an intense energy this week, definitely. There's a lot happening, but also when it comes to like your mental health and things like that, just be very cautious this week, because it's just very triggering at this time. That's not something to fear, but it's just something to sort of be aware of, and to plan in a little bit self-love and self-care and just self-awareness. Like this is one of those weeks, especially because we're working our way up towards a solar eclipse on Saturday, depending on where you're at, but on Saturday for most of us. And there's just always this build-up energy towards it. Obviously, there's a lot going on in the world as well, and especially as an empath, you can just sense the energy and the frequency. But there's always ways to find for yourself to raise your own frequency, raise your own vibration, so you can be still a light for other people in your surrounding, and also of course for yourself, and attract good positive energy. Because in the end of the day, that's something that we do, we all benefit the most from. To find that balance, right? To find that balance, very important. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm just going to go with the flow with this live stream. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna come out, because I woke up this morning and I could just sense this build-up energy coming through. And then I wasn't on my phone for a long time, and I actually picked up my phone, and it was 11:11 the time. It was 11th, right, of October. And then I had 11% on my phone, so it was like 11:11. I was like, oh, here we go. And that definitely, always is a sign when it's like that heightened for me. I know that I'm needed in some way, shape, or form. I need to show up. So I'm just gonna go with the flow. I didn't really prepare anything. I just, obviously I meditated before coming live. There we go. I had some quiet time. It's a collective card. I'm gonna tune in a little bit. Ooh, okay. But for the rest, I didn't really tuned in too much because I just kind of want to have it like raw. Just let it come through. All right. I think we need two from this deck. All right. Let me see. Okay. I just feel overall, just energetically, everything can feel a little bit chaotic. Like when you look at it, first and foremost, like, it seems like it's very chaotic and it's like very, like almost like a lot is happening at the same time. You can really, see the bigger picture. But then actually it falling into place. So it's almost like what they're showing me is more of like take an observant look. Like when you feel like there's chaotic energy around you, try to instead of like walking into the chaos and trying to sort it out, take a step back and just let it play out a little bit, because I feel like things have a natural way, especially this week, to sort of just fall into place. Like if we just give it a little bit of time and give it a little bit of space, without instantly jumping the fence, right? Without instantly jumping to conclusions. I feel things have a way of like showing itself or falling into place this week. For some reason, this is something that they keep showing. It's like 1, 2, 3, like it falls into place, even though it kind of feels like we have to show up and it kind of feels like we have to organize it. But I feel like if we allow it to sort of just play out a little bit, it's going to benefit you more. So that's just a side note that came true. Kayati, hi. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. All right. So let's see. 1, 2, and 3. Right, so thank you. I love that. I love that you're tuning in all the way from India. I love that. How are things over there? Right, so the collective card that showed up, so it's like for everybody, it says quiet time. It's like that observant energy. I feel as well very strongly, it's like spend time in your own aura. You see, she is protected but also connected to her own energy, her own aura, her own thoughts, not so much as the outside coming in. So it's like take a moment. She says take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. I don't know if I already said it, but it's something I wanted to say earlier on. Great week to pick back up like some journaling, whether it's dream journaling, because the dreams this week might enhance a lot. Just write it all down, have some keywords, even if it says just all what you can remember. Like you saw someone with, I don't know, a backpack, and then just write down backpack. Just research it when you can. But it's like just getting it all out on paper, even if you don't feel comfortable. Like sometimes, we live with a lot of people in the house and we don't really feel comfortable to really be vulnerable in a diary or something like that, or a journal. Sometimes it's great to just get it all out and then just, throw away the paper or burn it safely, obviously, or bury it somewhere. I don't know. um, but to at least get it out and be. Sometimes it's really hard to even be vulnerable on paper. That's something you have to practice as well. Because a lot of times people are afraid that others might read it and I still hold back. So it's important to find a way where you can train and practice being open and honest, whether it's on paper or in whatever way, shape, or form. You could like send yourself a voice note and just remove it and delete it, but you have to sort of practice feeling like you can be free, because that's really getting it off your chest. Like sometimes people do that with a therapist and things like that, but not everybody has the ability to go and see a therapist. So something that I just wanted to have as a side note with this card for the collective. Okay, especially for people who listen to this afterwards. I'm picking up two people who really needed to hear that message, so I'm gonna leave it at that. All right. Oh, I'm so glad that it's amazing there. Oh, thank you for showing up. Thank you for sending your energy, sharing your energy with us. I appreciate that. Kayati, 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 I think. I hope I pronounced your name right. I'm sorry. That's so good at things like that. All right. I think we're ready for this pick a card reading. Let's just tune in if you watch this afterwards and you need a little bit more time. You can pause the reading. If you're watching this live right now, you can also pause the live stream and take some time if you need more time. If not, this is the first, the second, and the third. And I'm going to start with the first group. Okay, I'm going to make some space. Let's see. All right. Deck number one, breathing. Instantly, I felt the need to really just breathe. It's not about the breath in as much as it is about the breath out. So some of you may have a little bit of an anxious energy going on. It's important to breathe out when you feel anxious, because a lot of times we keep our breath very high and we keep like almost like 30% of our breath in, like hyperventilation. We need to breathe out. So that's something it's about getting it out. Getting it out is what I'm hearing. Okay, let's see what the card has to say. Ooh, Page of Wands. Love that energy. That's good energy, especially for this week. You have the Ace of Action that came with that. Beautiful, because they kind of really go together. Then you have Mother Earth. Mother Earth. You have Home as well. And then the last card for the first group. Ugh, so cute. Renewal. And again with the butterfly. All right. So, first and foremost, I'm sensing this whole energy about either you guys are about to move into this new phase in your life, or you have just recently moved in like sort of a new phase in your life where you're thinking about it. I'm sensing for some of you this might be like you're quite young. Maybe you just graduated either high school or college, or in whatever way, shape, or form. For some of you, you may got in a relationship really young and recently you got out of it, and now you find yourself like, trying to navigate through these energies. Because that's really what I'm feeling. It's like one chapter ends and next opens, but it's almost like you're beginning again. This for some of you, maybe you've been working for companies for all your life, or as long as you work out there, and now you're kind of sort of navigating through these energies of, hey, I want to start my own company, do something from home, or in whatever way, shape, or form. I want to try this new thing. It really is in the beginning stages. For others of you, you may actually have been a stay-at-home mom for a long time, and now you're already out there to combine being a mother or being a dad and actually working again. So how to sort of navigate that. So that's an energy that I'm sensing. it comes from a deeper feeling is what I'm sensing, because I'm feeling on the surface there are a couple options, but what you're the uncertainty and not really completely knowing how is because there's this deeper feeling, this deeper need for like passion and determination, but almost like a feeling of like I can sense that I'm meant to do something bigger. I can sense I'm meant to do something outside of what I'm doing. Like there's just this, I don't know exactly what. For some of you, you do know exactly what, but for others, you're just navigating through these feelings still. So that's really what is showing up. Really has to do a lot with like the home. I don't know, like it either you start something from home, you're questioning your home within, so it's like, you know, your body, but it really has a connection to that for some reason. Like maybe it's like you living in a different country, or you're thinking about leaving your mother country, right? So I'm not gonna go too deeply into that because I'm sensing for this deck there's like a lot of different people and a lot of different situations, so I'm just gonna narrow it down a little bit more. It says with the raccoon as well, it says it's time to get clarity about your life purpose and make changes so that your path so that on the path most divinely suited for you. Forgive what has been without judgment and fearlessly embrace what's to come. I'm sorry, this card, it's really hard to read with this lighting, so I'm like, I need glasses now. Still need glasses. Still in denial. I'm not ready to get up that train just yet. Okay, it's just the nighttime that gets to me. Um, but really, it's like forgive what has been without judgment. Because the thing is that if you've been through something, and you know, either in your eyes or just in general, it's not been fair. It's not been you know, you weren't treated fairly. You weren't giving what you were promised. Often that feeling of like justice, it's like the judgment that comes from that, because you know the judgment is it's unfair. And so with that there's these feelings and this resistance about accepting the situation as it ended up to become or ended up to go. And then this feeling of like I can't accept because it's not fair. And so that feeling of judge judgment but about justice, that's an energy that they're asking you to sort of trust. Forgive with the trust that we know what's right. We know this wasn't justified. We know that this chapter of your life ended in a way that you deserve to get more from. But trust us, we'll get that to you through a different channel if you're willing to let go. Because the longer you hold on to that feeling of like it wasn't judged, it wasn't, you know, they can't step in, they can't help you, and they also can't eventually get to you that thing that you received from going through that lesson, because it's a lesson. Eventually, it's always a lesson. And a blessing comes through that when we're easing into it. So that's a little bit that energy I'm sensing of that release. Like I said, it's about the breath outwards. It's about letting go right before I even touch the cards with you guys. So Ace of Action is here as well, together with this Page of Wands, which is all about like, hey, looking at what's next, what's possible, what do I feel passionate about, what is something that I don't even need, you know, 3 cups of coffee for in order to get it going. Like it's something that you just wake up wanting to do, trying out of whatever shape or form. That's not every morning, but most mornings, okay? Maybe like not really a morning person, that's also okay. This cherub is heralding a time of wonderful new opportunities relating to your creativity, your career, or pursuing your dreams. This is a card of action, and if you've been procrastinating, it's time to really get busy. It's also a great time to start a new business. Have confidence in your abilities. Have confidence in your abilities. So that's something as well. It's like there's so much energy connected to your deck, because now I'm hearing narcissistic is what I'm hearing, meaning that maybe that unjustified energy that I was sensing earlier on from the home energy, maybe you've grown up with a parent who was narcissistic, or have had a relationship with someone who had narcissistic tendency, or was just, a classified narcissist. Um, those people can definitely do damage to your belief in your own abilities. And so, with that, I'm sensing that you learning how to regain that trust, how to release yourself from that type of judgment over your abilities as well, will definitely get you back in a much more creative state. And in a creative state, you start to just create because you feel guided to create. And there you start to surprise yourself with the outcome of certain creative projects, or whatever shape or form. It doesn't always have to be creative things. It can just you calling upon your creative energy to create something new. Whew, okay, well, I think that's it for deck number 1, because I can go on and on and on with your with your group. It's very intense energy, but I love it though. It's good. It's good energy, especially when it comes to like the solar eclipse that we have this week. Um, with that energy, I'm sensing like, yes, it is about stepping into the new and releasing. It's all about the breath, out breath, right? The release of what you've been holding in. All right. If you just tune in and you pick number 1, then go all the way back before I actually started your deck, because there was an extra messages there. But for now, thank you so much for letting me read for you, group number 1. I am available for personal readings. The information is in the description box for people who just joined. If you have questions, please ask me in the chat. And I'm gonna move on to group number 2. Hi, John. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Oh, I'm glad the pronunciation was good. Thank you for letting me know. All right, I'm gonna take a sip of my tea. All right. Ooh, deck number 2. You also have a page. Page of Swords. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you have optimistic energy around it, John. I think that is very important. But it is rough out there right now. So I hope that soon everything will smooth out a little bit for you on a personal level. All right, I'm gonna tune in. Sorry, distractions, also a big thing this week. 4 of Emotions is here. 4 of Cups energy. Yep, beautiful go outside card. The focused intention. Ooh, this is High Priestess energy. Love that. Lupillo or Lupillo? I'm sorry if it's not pronounced right. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. All right, group number 2. This energy. I'm just going to start off with the owl energy and the butterfly once again. It's everywhere. It says, it's time to pause and to reflect, not a time to take action. Trusting your spiritual gifts, as nothing is hidden from your divine intuition. Your divine intuition, that's your compass at this time. Understand that there are certain things that the world can take away from you. As right here, you have this paper, right? This letter with the owl, I guess, bringing a message from one side to the other. And the letter, and if this letter touches the water completely, the message, gets smudged and maybe is unreadable, and so it's no longer trustworthy, basically, in some way, shape, or form. It's no longer something that can be delivered. But I'm sensing when it comes to this L energy, it's like it's within. It's like the knowledge within, it's untouchable. Sometimes it can get covered by something, but it's actually like that intuition, that truth, that feeling, that compass, even though sometimes we try really, really hard to like ignore it and, paint it differently and, all of those things, disconnect from it. In the end of the day, it is that small voice. It's a soft voice, but it's there. And it's a nudging feeling. Sometimes just a feeling of like, I don't know, like today I just don't, feels a little off, or this person feels a little off, or that phone call was a little weird, like that. It's like coming back to that, leaning on that, because maybe in your surrounding, you may have had to deal with some disappointments. I'm sensing that in some way, shape, form. I'm sensing like almost like the more energy you put in, the more you showed up, the more determination you had, kind of sort of the less result you intended to have. So it's like the input didn't necessarily equal the output. And so sometimes that is something that can make us feel a little like low or defeated or not happy or uninspired, and it's like, okay, am I doing it wrong, and like having these questions and things like that. So I'm just sensing that it's just been the energies, a lot of Saturn energy going on around you, and so they're really nitpicking almost in some way, shape, or form. And but at the same time, I'm not sensing that it's necessarily very personal. It's just personal for them. It's not personally about you, or it's just they're either like not having a great day and they're projecting things onto you, or in whatever way, shape, or form. I'm just sensing it's not nothing you did, because with this Page of Swords, it's like someone who's like just going around the sword, but in from a page energy. So it's like they don't even know all the information, but yet they're projecting everything on the world, like a Queen of Swords, and they haven't even gained really that insight just yet. Four of Emotion as well. It says there are wonderful people who wish to help you. Opportunities are being offered to you, but you aren't noticing them or trusting the gifts heaven is bestowing upon you. Look around. Daydreaming or going within is a healthy way to get clarity as long as you act upon your dreams. So they are saying with this, definitely, it's like that intuitive wisdom, and that like they said, as nothing is hidden from your divine intuition. It's like it's divine. It's yours. It's your divine intuition, it's your divine guidance, your divine knowledge. It's within you. And I'm sensing that maybe your mind has sort of blocked a little bit of that insight, blocked a little bit of that faith, that trust. And then they're like all around you, there are different type of opportunities, there are different ways of getting this done there. It's just about opening up your mind again to it. And sometimes you do need a little bit of rest. And with that as well, they're letting you know, like, go outside, connect with nature, remind yourself that you are connected to that, to a natural state, to a natural flow, is what I'm hearing. You have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. This could be very literal. What a word. In the sense of that, go outside, to spend outside. If you have a writer's block or whatever shape or form, just go outside and just take a break and breathe in the fresh air. The other day, it was like 2 days ago, I think. Yeah, because today's Wednesday. I woke up with this heavy feeling. Really, really heavy feeling. And I knew that it was a collective energy. I knew it was coming up this week for a lot of people. So a lot of times I go through things a little bit earlier, so I can like sort of be okay and have gained sort of the clarity through that in order to show up for the collective, right? That's something that I've been noticing over the years. It just goes like that constantly, so can't really, ignore the pattern anymore. So basically, at one point I had to go outside anyway, which for some reason was the hardest thing to do that morning. But I went, And then I took a different route and actually entered a little park. And I went into the park and I just stood there and I was completely alone. And there were just a couple of birds, but it was windy and there were like really big trees. And I just closed my eyes and I just let the wind just, just take it all in. And it was literally maybe a moment of 3 4 minutes, but it instantly reset my energy. And it took some time, but then a couple hours later, I think 2 3 hours later, I had a really productive, very balanced energy afternoon. So it does really help. It's just like allowing that energy to align with you is very important, to really take a moment of consciously taking it in. And that's what I'm feeling. And that's the same thing with your intuition, like consciously become conscious for a moment and take it in. Go inwards. You then know what to do. You know who to call. You know what to do next. Because your mind sometimes plays tricks on you. That's what I'm hearing with this. Understanding the importance of knowing your own needs. It's very important as well. It's like becoming aware of your own needs is very, very important. All right, so that's number 2 for now, okay? Because I still have number 3 to go. I hope that was some messages in there for you guys who are here right now, but also definitely for people who watch this afterwards, because a lot of people do. Let me see. I have some new people. Natasha is here. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Danita, thank you for tuning in. And Phil is here as well. I appreciate you guys showing up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good energy. Okay, I still have group number 3 left to go. Kobes, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Ooh, you are on a plane. Girl, you're busy and booked. How are you on the live stream in the plane? Like, I don't know. Is there Wi-Fi on the plane right now? Or you're about to lift off? Where you going? Like, are you going on vacation? Ooh, oh, all right. Where are you going? Or maybe you don't want to share, but staying inside the country? Going somewhere tropical? Oh Lord, I hope so too, Cobus. What's the problem with your Wi-Fi? Maybe I can fix it. It is true, You're on planes and everything. I feel like I'm a little bit on a plane right now as well. That's good. Last time I was on a plane was 2019. Okay, it's time. It is time. Yes, as you should. As you should. It's, doing the things that bring you some new energy, especially at this time. All right, have a safe flight. I hope that you arrive on time, and then definitely I will, I'm gonna do group number 3, so I don't know if that's the group you chose, but you can watch it afterwards. But have a good flight. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that. Oh Lord. Okay, so your extender crashed and refused to connect. Oh, so now actually you're trying to connect it through the wire? That's a lot. That sounds like a lot. Maybe it's better to just stay offline for the day. Just get a new extender. I don't know what they cost over there. You know, and just trust the universe. All right. Let me get into group number 3. Last group. I'm sorry if you guys have to wait this long. No, Clara, that's definitely not what we're doing tonight, okay? All right, group number 3. Wow. 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups energy. Love that. 7 of Abundance. Unconditional love. Love this. Inner wisdom. The L is here again. All right. And then we have the Dreamer. Beautiful. Again, the butterflies. I'm going to stop mentioning it because now at one point they're just always there. I love it though. Okay. The Fool card as well. Wow. Very intense energy with this. I'm going to tune in for just a moment. Okay, so for some of you, I'm really sensing that right now you're coming into a phase in your life where you're aware that the road you have been walking on may or may not have been giving you skills and experience in certain things, but isn't going to lead to long lasting either happiness or contentment or emotional connection or fulfillment. And that is definitely something that maybe right now you're coming into a space where you understand the importance of that. You understand that certain desires and certain things that you personally feel connected to, that personally bring you peace, bring you happiness, bring you love and connection to your life, right? That those things aren't necessary to just put in a far distant future, like when I retire I'll go travel, or when I do this then I will have that. And it's like almost like it's like, why is it so that I have to push myself through this and through that situation and accept this from this relationship and do all of that in order to have some to just have the basics, to just about to have my needs met when it comes to like your maybe your physical needs of like having a home and some food and safety and things like that. It's like you're coming into a phase where you're learning how to love yourself enough to look beyond the options that maybe you've figured out, or maybe things you of people that you've surrounded yourself with. It's just like it becomes more important. Like you deserve to have this 9 of Cups. You deserve to have this individuality in your life, to be an important person in your own life, to know that what makes you happy, to do the things that make you happy, and have nothing to do with nurturing others, showing up for others, filling other people's cups, and or stepping over others' feelings. It's not about that. It's about understanding what fills you up, what makes you happy, what makes you feel like you are excited, what makes you brings you joy, what brings you bliss, what gives you a sense of gratitude, what are those things? And it is like literally just connecting to that is very important. And to understand that it comes in many forms. It doesn't just have to be one particular thing. And then if I have that, because that's something that I felt with like putting something in like a far distance of like there's this one thing I really want, this one goal, and that's like kind of the only important thing that I want to reach. understanding the importance of appreciating the small things, and celebrating your smaller wins, but they're still wins, and appreciating yourself for that, and being aware of that. That is something that they're also showing me. With that comes more joy, with that comes more bliss. They're letting you know with the dreamer as well as like the fool card, it's like it's a new adventure. And so if you're going on an adventure and you're, you know, going up on a journey, there's a lot of things to explore. Take that time to explore your options. Take the time to enjoy this new surrounding. Enjoy either, getting to know new people and things like that. If you just recently became single, or you're kind of ready to date again, like, just look around. Get fun in, like, to know people without having a list of like expectations on top of that. Sometimes, may not work out on a romantic level, but maybe on a friendship level. Things like that, like understanding that sometimes it comes through friendship. So it's like exploring your options, and having bliss, and bring moments of joy into the little things and the little moments in life. That's already something that I'm sensing that could bring you guys a lot, forward movement energy. They're also setting the hard work you've invested will bring about beautiful harvest, bountiful harvest. This is a good time to prepare, because things will soon move forward quickly. Use this time to rest and to plan. All right? Understanding it's coming your way, like it's a yes card. So whatever you've been working hard for, it's a yes. Yes, it's coming in. Yes, it will be. You will be able to have harvest from your hard work. But understand that it comes in divine timing. You know what to do, and trust your inner wisdom is also what they're letting you know. So take this time when it hasn't maybe even like completely showed up, when something hasn't really changed just yet. Enjoy it. Look around. You know? All right. And I love that, Cobus, because normally you're always a number two guy. But definitely, I'm glad that that you connected to that message. All right, so those are the pick a card readings for tonight, or maybe your for this afternoon, depending on what time it is where you are at. I am available for personal readings, but it's not a must. I just wanted to show up. I just felt like I really needed to do something, because I'm not on my normal schedule of like the monthlies and things like that. I'm just working on a lot behind the scenes, especially for this new year to come and everything. So I do think that there will be November readings, but I'm also working on yearly things and all of that behind the scenes, because I want to start a lot for this new year. I have some new things coming up. So, all right. Hi, Kayla. Yeah, you did miss the pick a card reading. I just finished it. All right, and just quickly. Um, Let me see what is happening. Don't worry. You can actually, I think it will upload after I finish this live stream. And you can rewatch it though. You can go back to the beginning, because I just finished the pick a card reading. But yes, that's so good though. That's so good. So you're organizing. I'm not gonna like bother you too much, because you have to focus, obviously, Kayla. You're so very welcome, Cobus, and I hope tomorrow or the day after, whenever it's time, your Wi-Fi will be fixed. Just read a book for now. It's such a mom thing to say. Just go read a book. I'm sorry. Yes, I love that. I love that so much. I just, you know, I love like you go to people or businesses or stuff and like you actually organize them. All right, I'm back. I don't know for how long, but it's raining like crazy all of a sudden. So that's probably why. I guess it's time for me to read a book as well, Cobus. He's like, take your own advice. I love that though. Oh, I love that. I love that so much, Kayla. Must been so like be so fulfilling to do because in the end of the day, you know, when you have like a clean space, especially if you can like help other people have that feeling, like there's this feeling of peace. Well, at least, you know, I have a Virgo moon, so my I do have a slight form of OCD. And when things are like, you know, neat and in place and things like that and clean, like I feel a lot more at peace. So a lot of people have that. But I love that. I love that you created something that just naturally come to you and probably, you know, is aesthetically like in some way, shape, or pleasing for you as well. That that's something that you can turn into a business. I love that. Really, so amazing. If I would live in the area, I would definitely come and help you on one of those jobs. 'Cause like I said, I love cleaning. And sing as well. That's great. Yes, definitely. Thank you. You as well, Cobus. I'm also about to sign out. I love that. That's amazing. You already and you started in like January and you already had something out of state like in June. That's amazing. I love that. You go, girl. You should do live streams. I would like definitely tune in. If people say, okay, it's fine, you can like run a live stream. That's so awesome. I'm gonna follow you on TikTok as well. Is it the same? You're going to be okay, Natasha, because you know what? That maintenance issue often brings about a delay, so you arrive in divine timing. Okay? Like, probably this little delay brings you, you know, in divine timing. Ugh, it's so amazing. I love it, Kayla. I wish that for everyone. No, it's good. It's a good thing, Natasha. I'm sending Archangel Michael your way. It's like it's a perfect timing. It's already because you're being protected. I've seen that so many times. I'm sorry, I'm just having a small issue with the necklace. I've seen it so many times. It's like when you got all red lights, you're like, oh, it's protection. You know, I've had it before when I had like all red lights was like not normal at all. And then I went to the highway and like it was like horrible car crashes and everything. And I was like, ah, it's protection. Because I was always, otherwise I would have been part of that if I didn't get all the red lights. You know, well, the chance of that was way higher, let me put it that way. Like I've seen some crazy stuff. So I always trust it. I'm like never angry about a red light. I'm like, it's just protection. All right, that's great to know, Kayla, so I can look it up. Ugh, really? Are you okay? Ooh, that's definitely, definitely. No, I had a car crash in 2015, but I got actually, you know, someone else mistake, but took me a year and a half to actually recover from that. So I'm glad that you're okay, Kayla. All right, so Natasha, have a nice and great flight. I'm sure you guys will be okay, and you arrive in divine timing. And good luck, Kayla, today. Oof, that's crazy. I'm so glad that you're okay, and that you're now actually doing something that brings you so much joy and happiness. Like, you really were protected that day. Yes, you definitely do. I'm so glad you're okay. It's just horrible. Aw, thank you. Thank you for the positive energy. I also needed that more and I realized. And I'll just be back soon. I'll do another live this week somewhere. All right. Mwah. Bye, people. Have a great day, afternoon, morning, and depending on where you're at. And if you're watching this afterwards, the same for you guys. And I'll be back soon. Bye. Bye.